Me turret. Me beautiful turret. This is what the racists want to take away from me. You might be saying, what are they trying to take away from you? I don't know, but they're trying to take it away from me. Me turret. Who brought a frickin' mortar? Oh, the pilot's drunk again. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The pilot's drunk again.
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff. Reinforcement budget depleted. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent. Liberty has seen you through.
You're playing against other people or like a campaign mode. There is no campaign at all. It is essentially a active universe. It's entirely PvE. And the kind of whole point of it is to mostly do the major orders, which are certain things that like the entire community has to come together and do. Like here's like the galactic map or whatever. Here's like in the center the super Earth where we're from. And here's this like all this purple stuff's the Illuminate. I don't know why it doesn't have any writing there for it. Besides the Terminids in the stinky farts. And the red stuff was the automatons. You basically just go to planets. And no indicator. That okay, well, he kind of clicked by it like at Mach breakneck fuck. But there's at least on this planet we're supposed to hold the planet because the bugs are trying to retake it from us. So each mission we do adds progress towards like the whole planetary defense. Each successful map. So we're basically just doing various missions, whatever it is. Like this one's an ICBM, so we have to go get the launch codes. I think that's what that one is. Maybe launch codes. We fuel the bomb. We go over to the ICBM. We like do a whole bunch of computer input stuff, and then we're done with that. There's very you either do like a pure defense or like the eradicate, which we're doing, which is basically just kill a whole bunch of enemies. There's various mission types, but it's purely PvE. What do I normally take here? I was like, oh yeah, napalm. I can summarize it by most missions, most of the long form missions anyway, are 40 minutes. And then the short ones are either 12 or 15 minutes. And you just have to get like whatever objective you have done in that time. So it's, I would say, not necessarily like a roguelite, if that makes sense, but because like you know what you're loading into the game with. But like the map's always different, like planet to planet, there's different terrain, there's different, like you have planets with just pure trees or like pure forest. Take that.
Requesting sentry. Requesting advanced weaponry.
Deploying support weapon. Calling down a support weapon. Bug. Never mind. Northwest.
Hello.
Permanent hive structure destroyed.
Does everyone in the world have the same level? Like individual level, or you mean like the difficulty level? I guess I can answer both of those. I'm surprised nobody tripped that. Kaboom! So as far as difficulty level goes, it's up here in the top when I pull out my little like wrist thing. You can see it says that 8 number. So the difficulty scaling in the game is from 1, which is like trivial. And I feel like it is kind of trivial because like they don't call reinforcements really. Like it's kind of just like baby's first video game. All the way up to 10. I don't think 10 is that bad for me on most of these things. But I personally don't do 10 just because a lot of... I was like, let me backstep that. A lot of the PC and PlayStation people that are playing / played are decent at this point because the game's been out about 1.5 years now. The problem about like couple weeks ago, maybe 2, 3, is that Xbox users officially got access to the game at the same time that they introduced a whole bunch of updates that made the game kind of buggy and like rough for people to play and like taxed a lot of people's hardware. So it kind of alienated some of the older players, while like the new Xbox players are kind of just able to play it because they made certain that they were able to succeed in their launch for that. So there's a glut of experienced or higher level players, and there's a whole bunch of new players that are not very good, but there's enough of the higher level people in the game that are like finishing missions for them, so they keep staying in like the higher difficulties. Because like 8's pretty hard for like a lot of people, especially if you're brand new, you don't have any of the gear, you don't have any of the supplies to run the missions effectively or well. Guess that goes to our numbers. We're actually like decently high right now. Obviously you start off at level 1, and the max level right now until they where they're supposed to update like the next couple of months, but right now the highest level is 150. So nobody is on the same level. You technically fly into this sector or like the planet or whatever on your own ship, but just for like the cool argument's sake, you all load onto one person's ship to make it look cooler. So you all like dynamically dive down together and make it all super showy, flashy. But there's four. Yeah, I was like, there's 4 ships in the sky, and one's designated for each person. Because obviously each one of us is supposed to have a super destroyer. But that doesn't mean that everybody's like upgraded it with like the super samples, the regular rare samples, and the common samples. Everybody has like a different upgrade progression. So while you can play at the same level, same difficulty, whatever, it's not exactly equal or fair.
Requesting orbital.
I think that's pretty succinct.
Have a taste of democracy.
Couldn't see his face to put the rocket in his mouth, but that's fine.
Dropping a pin. Northeast, 100 meters.
The fake bunker.
Sample collected. Last reload. Reloading.
So much delay.
Permanent hive structure destroyed.
Rockets are going wild this evening.
Last reload.
I'm surprised he took that. And, like, I'm not gonna sit here and profess that I'm like the best at the game or anything, but if you have any other questions, I know a thing or two about the game. I'm not gonna say jack diddly hoo ha about anything else other than that's my opinion on that.